Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Inspired to Transform. My name is Whitney Akini. If you're new here, please do hit the subscribe button, like, share, and leave a comment. So today's topic is the lessons that I have learned in business. I hope you learn a lot from this video. The first thing that I've learned in business is a question of partnerships. When it comes to partnerships, you need to understand three things. You need to have a visionary, an executor, and an enabler. The visionary knows where the group is coming from and where the group is going. The executor is the hands-on person. This person ensures all the marketing strategies are working, all the operations are in check, and generally, every single thing and every single aspect of the business is running okay. Then we have the enabler. This person has got the money. You know, we can't do all these things without money, which is why people approach investors like Shark Tank, KCB, Lions Den, and whatnot. Because you have the vision, you have the executor, but you don't have the enabler. And without the enabler, the vision in itself remains a dream. So every single person plays an important role in the business. Do not make a mistake of partnering with people who you don't share a common goal with. And what that means is, you can't partner with someone who does not see where the end goal is. You're seeing it from this perspective, the other person is seeing from this perspective. You want to land in Egypt, they want to land in Mozambique. How then will you put the right systems in place to achieve your goals if you do not have the same consensus when it comes to the end destination? It doesn't make sense. Be the cheapest out of all your competitors, honestly, because whatever product or service you're offering, there is 101% chance that there's someone who's offering the same. So be that person that people look for at a cheaper price. You get so much traction towards your business because of the cheap aspect. But in the real sense, reducing your profit margin, which is a compromise you've made so as to get traction to your business, is both a good and a bad thing. The good thing is that you're getting the traction which you need. The bad thing is that you'll feel bad because of the profit margin reduction. But then again, I say, honestly, I don't believe in greed, and I believe if you want it all, you can't have it all. So there has to be some level of compromise. But before you set a price on your product, always do market research. Like, do market research, because you might be setting the price of the product at a certain point, and then you later find out that your competitors are selling the same product double price. So you have extremely double undercutted yourself. That has happened to me. I set the price thinking I need to be cheap and affordable so people can buy my products, everyone can have access to it. But then I look at the competition and everyone has set the price of the product 2 times higher, and I'm just like, Whitney, you had the opportunity to do market research, but did you? So market research is extremely essential, because through this you get to understand what your target market likes. What is it that they like? What is it that they crave for? What hashtags do they use? Who do they follow? Where does their click-through rates go to? Like, what is it that they extremely like? Get to understand all these things, because these things come to bite you in the back once you've already started the business. You get to a point when you're like, what? I should have done this. Okay, I also should have done this. There are some things you can avoid through market research. Like, once you conduct extensive market research, you get to understand your target market's needs, their interests, their likes, their hobbies, every single thing about your target audience. Then through that, you can be able to effectively build the product, market the product, shape and differentiate the product. Let's say, for example, a potential client has been clicking on a particular brand. They've been going through this particular brand's page, and as you go through the comments, you see people say, I wish they were a bit shorter, I wish they were a bit like this, like this, like this. So that is what you're going to do with your product. You're going to make your product based on the people's complaints, because that means there's a need and you're there to solve a need and make some money. The biggest mistake I keep making in business is the fact that I think I'm always ready. After 2 months, 3 months, I'm like, I gotta go, I gotta do this. But sometimes research and development takes a long period of time, like 6 months to 1 year. And even after all that extensive research, you still won't have everything you need. So I would like to advise you, take as much time as possible, the R&D phase. Because that's where the juice is. That's where your unique value proposition is. That's where everything is, in the R&D phase. Do not get emotionally attached to the business. The reason why I say this is because once you attach your emotions towards the business, then incorporating necessary change and implementations becomes hard. When someone gives you advice to change this, you're like, no. Because in your heart, you know whatever you're doing is right. And that's most of the time not the right approach to do all this. If you are an extremely emotional person like myself, you need to detach your emotions from the business. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just business. No one cares if you're losing. Honestly, no one does. People want to see results. People want to see the products. They want to see the service. They want to see the value for their money. So if you're there sobbing that you're not making profits, honey, nobody cares. You're gonna cry, you're gonna weep, but at the end of the day, you're gonna pick yourself up and you're gonna keep moving. That's just how it is. That's just how business is. So detach your emotions from the business. This is the business. This is your emotions. Do not do this. Brand visibility. This is basically your face. Like, your brand is your face. Your brand says so much about who you are. And when I come and log into my Instagram and look at your page, does your page reflect what you're trying to communicate? If you log on to my page, you come onto my page and all you can see is books, quotes, and whatnot, then automatically you'll be like, okay, so this person is more of a bookworm, this person may be an author, this person may be this. But if you come onto my page and I am a singer, but all you can see is pictures, then it does not relate. That means your brand is not communicating what you're trying to tell people. The next thing that I learned is that Rome was certainly not built in a day. And the biggest mistake that I make is that I start a business and I expect to see millions tomorrow. Like, I demand to see my money. I can't have come up with such an amazing idea. I have worked tirelessly day and night for you to tell me I'm not going to be a millionaire in 3 months' time. That don't make sense. That's the biggest mistake we make, because in doing so, then you're looking forward to the profits, and all that you're thinking about is the profits. You forget to think about the customer experience. You forget to think about the quality of your product. You forget to think about so many variables and so many factors that come into play when it comes to bettering your business and bettering your product as a whole, because you're so focused on, I need to make money today. You forget, I need to satisfy my customers in a better way so that they may keep buying from me. That's how I'm going to make more money tomorrow. So it's not a question of the end goal that you've set in place, which is maybe making a profit margin of 1,000% or making 1 million by the end of the year. No, that doesn't matter. That just gives you a sense of direction. What matters most is the systems that you put in place throughout the year. When it comes to customer experience, what are you going to change? What are you going to improve when it comes to delivering the product or the service? How do you communicate with your clients? Is it via email? Is it via text? Do you call? How personalized is the messages that you send them? So it's not just about making the profit tomorrow, but it's a question of enhancing the small things every single day, and that in itself will compound one day. Because let's look at Jeff Bezos again. 20 years ago, Amazon was in a single room. Fast forward 20 years later, it's on this huge piece of land. 20 years ago, there was no, I don't think there was Wi-Fi. Was there Wi-Fi? In 2000? I don't know. But Bezos has been able to adjust with the current trends and adjust with the technology, adjust with so many things and so many factors, because his end goal is not to be a billionaire. His end goal is to make a product or a service that is going to transform how the globe does business. You honestly don't need a logo. Like, just stop. Like, the logo should be the least of your concerns, because anyway, you don't need a logo. You don't need a logo, because what you need is connection to your audience and your clients. You need some sort of connection. Like, I can't stress that enough, because people don't buy your products, people buy you. People buy how you make them feel. If relating to you and your products makes me feel a type of way, makes me feel successful, makes me feel hopeful, makes me feel like I'm going to be the best version of myself because of your brand, I'm going to buy your product. I'm going to buy your product, and I'm going to keep buying all your products just so I can stay engaged with you. Because I know once I buy your product, what else am I going to gain from relating with the person who sold me the planner? That's what I've discovered business is about. Last but certainly not least, give so much attention and care while you're planning for your business. If you have said you're going to sell 50 products by the end of the month, give so much care and affection towards putting up the systems that will ensure you get those 50 clients. Because what I've discovered is we're so quick to set goals, but we're not so quick to put up systems that will help us achieve the goals. And that's one thing that I came across that when I was reading Atomic Habits, and it really spoke to me, because I look at it from this perspective. How many people have goals of becoming famous actors, or the world's best athletes, or fastest runners? So many people have those goals. How many people actually just achieve those goals? It's not that people don't dream big. I believe everyone, or rather most people, dream big. Most people have all these crazy goals and all these things they want to achieve, but how many people set systems that actually work? Like, that's the biggest differentiating factor. So give so much love, care, and attention towards the conceptualization and the development of the systems, because that's where the magic is. It's not that you want $1 million by the end of this decade. No. It's a question of, what am I going to do this year? Okay, what am I going to do this month? How am I going to do what I've said I'm going to do? How am I going to deliver the content? How am I going to better the product? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? It's a question of the how and the systems that you put in place. It's not about the end goal. The end goal just gives you direction. I want to be the best-selling author. I want to be a well-known speaker. I want to be a well-sought-after this and that. But that's perfectly fine. At least I know where I'm going. But the question is, how am I going to get there? It's the systems that count, and then nothing else. And I believe that's the biggest takeaway for me, honestly, is that we all have goals, but like 2% of us achieve all those goals, and it's because of the systems that we put in place. Thank you so much for watching this video up until here. In the comment section below, tell me what business lesson you've learned throughout your life, throughout your engagement with other people and whatnot. Let's share, let's engage, let's interact. And if you still have not subscribed, please do hit the subscribe button and share, because I believe the content that I put out here is not typical content, but it's more inclined to helping people better themselves and more inclined to easing and smoothing life in itself, because life can be hard. Honestly, life can be hard, but if your life can be a bit better by watching these videos, then that's a thumbs up for me, honestly, and I feel so fulfilled and content. So please do share this video with your friends and family, with your partners, and every single person you want to grow with, or rather who you want to see win. So thank you so much once again for watching this video. Stay safe and always choose productivity. Bye.